Hi there, my friends. What a great way to start the week. Nice sunny day, no more June gloom. And Moosie and I are out in the garden talking about tomatoes and all sorts of other things. So why don't you join us on this beautiful day? Really strange.
What are you doing?
On my early girl bush, I must have 10 or 12 green tomatoes, but down in the dirt, I see some red. So I'm looking, and guess what it is? 2 big tomatoes covered in dirt. Do you think I'll be able to rescue them?
I don't know. It depends whether maybe the rabbit got to them first.
I don't know. This is so weird. If the vine goes down, I don't know. There's a dead one. Oh no. Oh my gosh. I got it. Oh my gosh.
Oh, beautiful.
Under the dirt. And it's perfect. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Now, how did that ever keep growing and not mush up? It's ready to eat. We might have tomato sandwiches today, Mose.
One. Gotta take the dirt off. It won't taste so good.
I know. So I think there's another one down in here. I'm going in. Oh, a puny little thing. Can you believe it?
Well, that could be yours for your sandwich.
Yeah, okay. Oh my gosh. That was funny. A lot of tomatoes on these, though. Lots of cherry tomatoes coming on these vines, and of course more down in here. All these early girl bush vines are doing so well. To look at this vine that is growing these strange looking tomatoes. Why are they all so bumpy looking? They're not smooth. There's a couple more down there. I don't remember the name of this plant. What a beautiful way to start the week off here Monday morning, and it's gorgeous today.
Yep.
What happened to June gloom?
Yeah, and our sweet little girl filled up all the bird houses.
I see all the birdies.
Yep.
Yep. Did that yellow bird, do you remember the name of it that we saw lurking around up at Colleen's?
Yes, I saw it once yesterday.
It came down here, huh?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
I'll look that one up.
Now, I did put up a hummingbird feeder over there again because you told me you saw lots of hummingbirds. I'm trying to get up close to my hummingbird feeder, if you can see it there. I know the roses are kind of hiding it a little bit, but it's a beautiful glass bowl. I filled it with the sugar water that you buy in the stores, and it has the little florets at the bottom. I've cleaned it all out, and we can't figure out why they're not coming. I can't get closer because the thorns are going to get me. If any of you have any hints on how to get the hummingbirds to come to these feeders, or if you have special feeders, let us know, because we do have hummingbirds all around. It is a little bit overcast out there. Here, I've just gotten a better shot. I've wormed my way in here. And that's what it looks like. And it's all cleaned out. All the little tiny florets are cleaned. We don't know why they're not liking it. But you're telling me they're not going for the feeder, huh?
Nope, I think we want to go to the old standard one.
The old plastic
that everybody
one.
and his brother has.
Yeah. I tried to go pretty, and I bought a beautiful glass one. I'll show you up close. My hummingbird feeder. It's painted glass and it's beautiful, but it just doesn't seem to attract the birds. And I put that sugar water in there. I don't make my own because the sugar pulls in the ants. I've tried that before. I know Margie does her own and she gets great results, but I just use the stuff that I buy. So, well, We're going to talk right now about tomatoes. That's the big thing right now going on. I have a whole wall of tomato plants there, and I've been picking them. We've been having um, sandwiches. We've been having tomato caprese,
Yeah.
everything. And now everything's green. We don't have any red ones, except this morning, this one that I found down in the dirt. And I actually dug it out, and it's perfect. I do have to wash it off. I never heard of a tomato growing down under the dirt, but I spotted just the top of it. Really weird. Anyway, what I've done is yesterday morning I did quite a bit of pruning of the tomatoes. There were some greenies that had fallen off, and I couldn't do anything about it, and some other stalks that were pulling in all the nutrients and not letting the rest of the plants grow. So I kind of had to take some off, the big heavy ones that were pulling the plants down. So I have a bunch of green tomatoes here, and
What are you going to do with those?
well, you know that chart that Margie sent? I put a picture of a chart that Margie sent about when to pick tomatoes. This information about when to pick tomatoes when you think they're ripe is really interesting. Not stage 1, 2, 3, but 4. Not 5 or not 6. I always thought you had to wait until it was nice and ripe, and you do this one down here. But this particular um, chart shows you pick them when they're just not just turning, but a little bit more, stage 4. I'm going to do that and see how it works. Now, today I actually had to pick green ones because they were falling off the vines, but a very interesting thing that Margie sent. On the vine. Oh my gosh, was I surprised. I always thought you had to wait until they were nice and red and ripe, practically falling off the vine, and you pick them. No way. Did you read that chart that she sent?
I saw it, yeah.
There were several stages, I think 6 stages. Not pure green, not this green. It's stage 4, where they just have a slight bit of red on them. That's when you pick them.
Well, I know you're going to go on with your story, but let me tell you the story. When we were in the Army, my favorite sergeant used to bring us big, green, hard as a baseball tomato. Lieutenant, what you do is you have to fry them. Put them in milk and then crumbs and fry them right up. We don't do that in New Jersey. He was from Kentucky.
I remember doing it.
Didn't work.
No. Well, we didn't like them anyway. You know, there was a movie called Fried Green Tomatoes.
Yeah.
And it's a Southern thing. I don't know whether I didn't do them the right way or what, but here we were, 23-year-olds. You were a first lieutenant, and we were trying to hang in there with all the biggies. And I didn't really know much about cooking, but it just did not taste right. I probably fried them the wrong way or what.
But you remember the other thing you gave us to fry up?
What?
Little bunnies.
Oh, rabbit.
He told us how to do those too. We don't do that in Jersey either.
No. I think the rabbit got put away somewhere afterward. That didn't work, that's for sure.
Anyway,
Well,
back to the subject.
okay, back to this. So, after I saw that chart and I thought, okay, I'll pick these tomatoes, and plus I have all these green tomatoes from my pruning yesterday morning, I went on Mr. Google, you know, my best friend, and I said, how do you ripen green tomatoes? And this is what he said. Put them in a box right here with, guess what? Guess what actually helps with the ripening? Ta-da!
The ethane developer.
Yes. Is it part of ethanol? I don't know whether ethane
Ethane is it. Yeah.
So what happens chemically most here?
Beats the hell out of me.
Well,
I'm gonna count it.
Evidently, you put these green tomatoes in a box or maybe a good brown paper bag, and you seal them up. So I'm gonna just pour them in here, okay? This is the smallest box I have right now. I probably could pick more over there, but they're not interfering with the vines. So I only have about 5 or 6 of these little greenies here, and then you put a banana in with them, and then you seal up the box. And right now I don't have any tape, so we'll pretend I'm going to seal them up. And you put the box somewhere. Doesn't have to be in a dark place because it is dark. Everything's dark in there. And they said to wait 3 days and then check it.
Huh.
And it should evidently start to ripen. And Mr. Google says that within a week or so, it takes longer than 3 days, you will have beautiful red ripe tomatoes. So this is our experiment, Mooks.
That's just what they do in Kentucky.
It's supposed to be anywhere, anybody's tomatoes. You think it'll work?
I think it's a grandma's tale.
Well, we'll see, and I'll keep you posted. We'll check together every once in a while. So in 3 days, that would probably be today's Monday morning. Okay, let's check it Wednesday or Thursday, and we'll see how we're doing. I'm actually getting hot out here.
Yeah, you came out too late.
Yeah, do you hear all the birds? Wow. I'm going to take, oh, I wanted to mention, every morning I check now, and way in the back corner over there of the garden, I have 2 irises. My irises are 3 feet tall. We planted those bulbs when we did all the bulb planting, what, two months ago or 2.5 months ago. And the irises, 2 of them have big long stalks with the flowers are coming on the irises. I also have irises
Those
here.
irises are Gladiola.
Oh, Gladiola, I'm sorry. Yeah, Gladiolas. Our irises, I think, have bloomed for a while. Maybe they'll bloom again, but I think once again, they're overcrowded in 3 or 4 tubs, and it might be another project for Brendan or myself. It's an all-day thing, separating them, pulling them out of the dirt, and taking those rhizomes, which are what they call...
Ooh, that's a big word for a
I
little girl.
know. I learned that from my friend. You know who. And then taking the rhizomes and replanting them. Once again, they multiply so fast, and that could be one of the reasons we're not getting a plethora
I
of...
think what you have to study up before you do it is when. I believe you planted them too early. And they thought it was spring, and it was a warm winter.
Mm.
So look it up. I believe later than what you did.
Well, Brendan and I planted them last summer.
Yeah.
Replanted them in 4 different pots. These are our original irises from Idaho.
Yeah,
And,
summer would be too early.
but they also said they might not bloom the first year. So,
We'll see.
yeah, we didn't get enough to really satisfy us. So, okay.
Okay.
I'll get on with my day. I have 3 problems here. I can't open my iron pills big jar that Mikey bought me
Fish
at
oil.
Costco. Fish oil, yeah. I've tried everything, the hot water, everything except pliers or mica. That's my last resort. And my Dyson vacuum is not charging, and that's a new one. That's not an old one. It's what, 6 months or a year old? Less than that. It's the second one Mikey bought us, and it's just not charging. Something's wrong with it. Also, that pull-up thing is stuck.
You know what was the most frequently lost tool? I can tell you, when you have boys and bicycles, the most frequently lost tool is the jaws, the wide jaws.
The what? The
Uh,
wrench?
Huh?
The wrench?
Wide jaws. Big wide jaw clip. I forgot what they call it. Anyway, They work on their bike, they drop it in the grass, and I would find it rusted out about 3 months later. But meantime, I would have bought another one.
If that's all we have today, we're doing great. Do you like my new shirt? The shirt is cotton and it's an Amazon purchase. I love the colors, it's comfortable, and it goes with everything. You know how sometimes when you're making your breakfast and it looks so pretty, you just have to take a picture. This is my salmon, my lox and bagels and salmon this morning. It's Sunday morning, and I'm not finished yet. And now for the best topping of all. Does that look great for a Sunday morning breakfast? You bet, especially when you haven't had it for a while. Look what I just got. Moosie and I decided that Sunday early evening is a great time for a pizza. We haven't had one of these in ages. I'm dying to see what it looks like. Oh, yum. It was a special, and it's got pineapple and ham on it, and it looks absolutely wonderful. And look, it's divided into small squares. That's unusual. I haven't seen that. We'll see. I'm going to get it home real fast. Well, I just picked up our Domino's pizza. I went out to pick it up, carry out. First time I found out there was one nearby. We haven't had a Domino's or a what's that other Pizza Hut in a long, long time, because Micah and Colleen have a pizza oven up at their house. And normally, if Micah and Colleen are having pizza on a weekend, they'll send one down to us, and they are absolutely delicious with Micah's homemade crust and everything. But they were doing pizza this weekend, and we just happened to have the hots for one of these. So I have to get home real fast while it's hot. Moosie and I are waiting. Yum. Very excited to eat this pizza. Ooh, yum. Look at that. You know, the pizzas are all in little squares. It's kind of an interesting pizza. And I did order the thin crust, so we'll see how the thin crust is. I'm just going to put a bunch of these on our plate. They're quite thin. Normally they slice pizza in pie shape things, but not this one. Look at the cheese on it. I asked for extra cheese. Yeah. So, we'll be starting. We'll start this with 4 pieces. How's that? And then leave the smaller ones and try it. When's the last time you had pizza? Do you love it? Okay. Here we go. A Sunday night delight. Doesn't this look good? And tomorrow, I want to show you my new shirt. I just got it in the mail from Amazon. It's a cotton, it's sort of a blue and white stripe, and I have to show it. Well, thanks so much for being here with us, my friends. You never know what the week is going to bring. So far, our week is just hanging around the little cottage, living the simple life, and tending to our garden, and all sorts of other little things that might be going wrong this week. My Dyson has to be taken in to be looked at. It's not feeling well, it's not charging. I can't open my fish oil jar. Can you believe it? I've tried all the tricks, the hot water, everything but a wrench, or perhaps Micah. Oh, something else that went wrong. But you know what? If that's all that's going wrong with our lives right now, I'll take it. Moosie and I are fine, and we are enjoying this California weather. Thanks so much for watching, my friends. Moosie and I so appreciate you, and And I can't tell you what your comments mean to us. I take every single one to heart, all the advice, whether I need it or not, and all the wonderful comments. I love you all. Thanks again. See you real soon. Bye for now, and God bless us all.